It's that time again for crypto's juiciest news. Welcoming you back, baby dolls. We're looking at a Bitcoin price slowly reversing up. It's around $86,000 here. Just earlier, it went back up to $88,000. But we need a lot more action to happen, don't we? This is the monthly chart. And we are hanging on by a tooth and nail to this little whittle green candle. The monthly chart pretty much is guiding us. We have a bit of glimmer of hope. Now, what you'll probably get to see is this theme, friends, that a lot of people are trying to look at the deep intricacies of what happened over this weekend, Trump, PUP, strategic reserve shebang stuff. So, I mean, like on the 4-hour chart, you can see it right here, yeah? We have like this enormous smash up. This was creating the CME gap. And then we literally just liquidated everyone, just got everyone back out down. And then here we go. So usually what I've noticed is, friends, when you do such a move like that, you literally just squiggle these things out. And the market just went back to where it was meant to go. So this is what it was meant to do. It was meant to just be doing nothing, come back down, and then go up anyway. It's just that trapping all these people, we're like scared because it looks like it's meant to go down. But that's pretty much what happens sometimes in these times. It's kind of like this weird programming, forceful jamming, illiquidity move. They can happen and stuff. I guess that's exactly what happened to us. Now, if we go back and we check things a bit more closely for Ethereum, Ethereum is still in poopy town. $2,100 is a freak accident. And I've got a lot of juicy content coming for you, friends. If you have money on the sidelines still today, you're not going to make it. You're actually not going to make it. The universe gave you 18 of the most bullish news in the past 12 months. Donald Trump, planned assassination, pro-crypto, firing Gary Gensler, Bitcoin ETF, Ethereum ETF, rumors of a soy ETF. All these things lining up. Trump strategic reserve, man, like even he's tagging altcoins. He drops a celebrity token. All these things, just one of them's enough to explode. If you honestly have money on the sidelines, I can interpret that for you, friends. And I've got to go a whole video through this. You're an actual cuck. You're going to get destroyed in the future. You're a top buyer. Because the world threw everything with cheap prices at you. You're still not in yet. And I know none of you have anything left. I can see by Telegram. Everyone's like, bro, what money? Like the only money you have coming in is like your weekly wage DCA. That's completely, totally different. But I mean, like anybody else out there still sitting on savings and not getting in. So that's your signal right there. I'm telling you, a lot of these people are out there. You're probably wondering, dude, how is there people out there with savings still left to buy? How is that possible? They buy tops. That's what it is. They buy, oh, it's looking good now. That's what they do. It's looking good. Look, what's looking good mean? It means it's gone up 800% in 3 months. They're buying tops. That's what you can conclude from that. And for the rest of us, we got to wait, you know? So, you know, you might even ask, hey, Simon, because the prices went down, aren't they geniuses for holding off? No, they're not. This was a black swan freak accident. It's like you find that one guy who is short 50x right into the zombie virus, and he wasn't an insider back in 2020. Yeah, let's say a guy actually put on a short. He put on a 50x short here with like all these savings. Yeah, he's like, oh, sweet, I've got 50x, and it can't go wrong. By the way, if 50x, if Bitcoin goes up just 2%, you lose all your money. And he puts on a short, and then zombie virus happens. He's like, sweet, told you I'm a genius. And like, you know now, okay, dude, you're doing stuff like that, you're a dead man walking. And you're going to get liquidated at the possible worst time. This is the weekly chart, friends. If you notice, the weekly chart looks different to the 4-hour. This summarizes everything. Now, I'm going to go through, obviously, other people's perspectives, but this is what I found, friends. I like watching shorter-term people just for a bit of like adult pornography, okay? It's like chart pornography, astrology. It's like, oh, this guy's got a line down and up. The other guy's got a sideways line and then up. Wow, look at the differences, right? But ultimately, it always comes down to the same thing. What I've noticed is, this is over the years, right? I am the most consistent because I use the slowest time frame. I'm like, oh, well, like I feel shit, but the candle's still green. I guess it's, you know what I mean? Like that. That's pretty much it. Like it's, and I don't change. I just wait. And actually what happens is, you know, all those people shifting and morphing, short-term stuff, they go, oh, this squiggly line. What actually happens is you actually notice this too. You know who they are, everyone. They're squiggly lines. It looks cool and then it just capitulates somewhere. And they're like, oh crap, this squiggly line went a lot down further than what I expected. Then they go make another new squiggly line pattern. And they go, oh, wait a minute, we could be in a bear market. That's what's actually happened. You saw like Uncle Bobby Lucas is saying, oh yeah, this is like really, really dangerous. This was before. And then you had like BCB as well. He's like, oh crap, like we retraced like a lot harder than I thought, like outside the fact, you know what I mean? And then what ends up happening is the market settles and then they're like, oh wait, I've got a new pattern. It's actually back on track. And me, this whole time, I'm like, well, green weekly super trend is still green. Green, still green. Got close here, still green. Green weekly super trend. I've been saying it the whole time. That's it, green weekly super trend. We're still green. How many times has everyone's called for bear markets over and over and over again? And I'm just saying, well, it's still the green weekly super trend. And I've even told you, friends, like, I have empathy, okay? I tell you, like, hey, man, it feels like absolute ass. Like, this is atrocious. I say, yeah, but I'm not going to break a system just because we feel garbage, because I've gone through it. That's why on the highest value content in crypto, I'm a bull that moves. Moo! I've gone back and I've shown you so many times, you just erase the future. Okay, like I'll just like go here. You think, oh, this was an easy buy. Was it? Let me show you what it looked like, Habibi Albi. Yeah, easy buy, right? Easy buy. You want to say that again? That's all we were looking at, dude. We're like, oh crap, we've rejected. So friends, the stock standard move was that we were going to do that. We're going to we'll extend the bear market for like a year. They're like, don't worry about buying at like 5,000 because you're going to be buying at below 3,000 later on. That's what a lot of people, that was the mainstream. That's what everybody believed. And then what ended up happening, I'll just show you, right? It looked like really, really bad. You end up playing it and they're like, don't worry, it's going to come back down. Don't worry, it's going to come back down. And then this move happened. Okay. And then guess what? People still believe, now that we're here, now we're going to reject down anyway. I was saying it the whole time, I promise. By the way, here, Michael Saylor was buying. Yeah, this was when MM Crypto did his first triangle. This was DeFi season here. Here we have, there's going to be the October jippers, and then here we go. Arthur Hayes gets arrested, and we start moving up. So I literally know this off the back of my hand, but it looked over, man. Always looked over. And I know I'm just using the zombie virus. It's an easy one to use, but it's the one we remember. We like really believe it's over. And look at that, man. That's it. It's still green on the weekly super trend. It's actually like, at least you have that, right? So with the zombie virus, it was red on the weekly super trend. If we go back in that, it was just like, you're looking at the stock market down 30, 40%. You have to believe at that point. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to focus on the macro because that's pretty much guiding everything now, friends. It's guiding Ethereum. It's guiding everything else. Ethereum is on a red weekly super trend, which is ass. And, you know, others BTC is still holding up. It's still holding up. Like when you're going to reverse any day now, that's what we're waiting for. Okay. But ultimately, you know, that big macro force, the US dollar, friends, is actually going our way. Look at this. On the daily chart. So we're going to make this like probably a common thing, friends. This US dollar has to keep going down. So if you're curious, friends, remember, I'm going to go through like Donald Trump's, the tariffs went in and there's retaliatory tariffs. So it's actually interesting. So Trump says, hey, every tariff you guys do on us, we automatically just push it up. So it's basically you're kamikazing yourself. And like, friends, a lot of these like armchair economists and just macro people, they just got no idea what's going on. They think, oh, this guy's a buffoon, nothing's gonna work out. I'm like, just sit down, bro. Sit down, okay? Like, for America's pretty much center of the world. Everybody says they make stuff. Yeah, you don't have the market, dude. You don't have the market. Even with crypto and international market, Asia's a freaking scam piece of shit session, and Europe is a joke as well, lactating man boobs. It's all around America anyway. That's the real money, the real dogs, okay? Now, when it comes to that macro and that tariff stuff, you don't even need to know this because you have the macro charts anyway, but Trump's tariffs, friends, Trump's tariffs is going to reorganize people. There's going to be a gap in demand. So demand's going to slow down. And it's going to start slowing things down. It will give an opportunity for inflation to tick down faster, and the US Fed's going to have to adjust the rates lower. So in this gap of demand, because the tariffs are here, they're like, oh, it's now 25% for more Mexican tacos. You know, what do you buy from China, friends? Maybe Matt's delivering us some squeaky chairs from China. Okay, you can buy 25% less of a squeaky chair. So either the company's making the stuff, either consumers just like get less of it, or they have to come and relocate, actually put the jobs in America itself. There's this gap of time, and in that gap of time, that's everything's starting to crank down. That's why Donald Trump's like, hey, there might be some pain first, but ultimately they're gonna have to come. They're gonna have to do something, right? And that's how these things adjust. That's why the US dollar will be weaker. That's what we want. We actually want it down. As the US dollar goes down, China, remember, Matt's balls are getting squeezed. China's winning the poo, friends. They get balls are getting squeezed. So as this, remember, when this is going down, what's happening is, as this comes down, the yuan is getting stronger because the US dollar is weaker, right? The yuan's strong. So you're probably thinking, oh, wait, that's bad, right? Because their currency is stronger. We buy less from China. No, because it allows them to print more. They can stimulate more. They give out more loans. That's what they desperately want to do. That's what China really wants to do. That's why the US dollar coming down is really stimulatory for us. Like, we have the story out here. That's why this thing, like, we got to get this down a lot. In 2017, I believe it came down 5 points. So it's like going from 107 down to like 102. You know, it's somewhere down here. So we need this to keep coming down all year. Just come down all year, please. That's alt season wave 1. Hopefully that's something like that. And then everyone's like, it's over, the bear market's here. And then for some reason, White Swan comes back and does something. That's what we need. That's pretty much, that is it in a nutshell. Remember, this is a daily chart, friends, of the US dollar. You want to see historically as well, this is what it looks like. See this channel? Like, it's just, hopefully this comes all the way back down. You can actually see it back here. This was, in the past, right? This is what happened in just 2021. You can see this, yeah. Look at 2020. This is 2020. As we came into 2021, it was already low, okay? But it was already on the way down here. But this is the 2017 cycle. You want to look at Donald Pump's cycle? See, it's pretty much similar to what we're doing right now. Here we are in around March. See this? Coming down. So it just starts, it's just grinding down all year. Just downtrending all year. That's what we want. And as you see, it goes from like 100 down to like 93. Actually 92. Yeah, so it's like a big move. That's what we want. So every tick down with the Dixie should move that Ethereum up, ETH BTC, you know, and that's part of the business cycle. Remember, Ethereum is just like your health check, your heartbeat monitor for crypto as a reflection of the business economy in the cycle. Now, racist Russell 2000 still doesn't have any white friends, okay? Racist Russell is here. He thinks just because he's colored, he can't be racist. Absolutely, you can be racist, dude. Racist Russell 2000 still doesn't have one single white Caucasian friend at all. Okay. Now, this is a disaster. However, it's apparently around a lot of levels here and whatever. But this is like, we got a long way to go, friends. You want to know why is Ethereum at 2000? This is whatever's keeping down the racist Russell 2000. That's it. Okay. I don't know. It's interesting because you're like, no. It's Vitalik who drank some soy. He got a girlfriend. And North Korea with the $1.4 billion budget. Just trust me on this. The wider cyclical force keeps it down. All right, that's what we're looking for is some sort of just friendship on the way. I mean, we were so close, friends. We were literally right on track. This is why everyone got basically, literally, friends. And like, we got BitBoy molested. Okay, remember BitBoy's molestation story? That was an older cousin as well. So just to fill you in, friends, as well. So BitBoy, man, it's just what a crazy story. Ben, because man, in 2021, friends, his public account, he had $30 million in there, man. 30 million. Now he's zeroed out. And now he's, I'm not making it up. Okay, Ben, you can go check it out. You can read about him getting molested by his older cousin for $5. He's selling a chapter of his book. So obviously, friends, I don't want to it's like, obviously, these are serious stuff out here. It's just, like, is this a simulation? It has to be, right? It has to be. Like, he goes to Bahamas, takes on Sam McMaffrey, now he's back. It's just, I don't know. It's one of the most fantastical, wild stories. If you wrote this in a Hollywood movie, everyone would say, nah, went too far. Wouldn't happen in real life. You know what I mean? It's crime season after all. It's just like, oh man. I can't believe this reality we're in sometimes. Now, the racist Russell 2000 going down, friends, look where, man, it was literally at the all-time high. It was, and look at this. This was Trump winning. This was literally Trump winning. I mean, like, you can't ask this thing to get any more racist, okay? What you can do, friends, just remove. Look what it looked like at the top, man. Look at this. You spent all this time. It was the last thing to go up. We're like, okay, cool. It's time for you to finally go up, Mr. Racist Russell 2000. Look what ends up happening. My gosh, man. My gosh. Can you believe that? Look at that. And then it comes all the way down. So we just have to wait. You know, that's all we can do. Now, obviously, altcoins are pooped because Ethereum is pooped. We have the PulseChain price chart as well, friends. Yeah, it is like obviously now confirmed. Unfortunately, we retraced. We gave back the entire SEC move. And Uniswap have unbanned Hex. Thank you to Uniswap. So we gave back the whole move. And obviously, people are frustrated. Man, of course, frustrated. But like, look, I don't make any promises. You got to trust me on this one. I know on the way down, cyclical forces and correlations, okay? I like using the word cyclical force because like it feels like it's something bigger rather than just correlation. Correlation's like, hey, you know, you jump off the bridge, so I jump off the bridge. But it doesn't really like give you weight behind it. Correlation just, it summarizes statistically, but it doesn't really like, you know, make you feel it. When I say cyclical force, you feel like, oh my gosh, okay, there is a thunderstorm coming. We're all getting wet. That's what it feels like, cyclical force, like a seasonal thing, okay? I know it's not nice, but because on the way down, you're like, man, why do we have to go down just because that thing goes down? I know that feels like it, but you will be thankful for it on the way up. Okay, now I'll be thankful for it on the way up. Emotional retailers come in and they think they're special snowflakes. They go, oh, everything's going up, but we're going up because we've got a unique reason. And then that's why, friends, you stay here, you learn the esoteric knowledge where you're like, no. Your uniquely good reason happens at the same time everyone else's uniquely good reason does. That's what happens, okay? That's how it plays out. It is sad that everything reversed the whole move, but like it was priced in. I told you, man, like put it in a nutshell, in another way, friends. Richard Hart could get arrested, but if Ethereum runs from 3,000 to 12,500, we're all pumping whether you like it or not. Okay? I promise you that. So I'm just showing you that's how big it is. Yeah, BNB went through. I'm telling you now, Richard Hart could literally get it. And like, I don't want to, obviously I hope, knock on wood, nothing like that happens. But if any of the corrupt Interpol try anything fancy like that, you never know. That might be when we go up, there's like this big smash down. And then everyone's like, wait, this happened with CZ, went to jail for 4 months. And we know it's all bogus. You know what I mean? So that's what you might find. But as long as Ethereum is high, if Ethereum is high, that's what I'm telling you this now, just in case. And I don't like this world where I even have to say these words out of my mouth. The thing is, though, if you've been holding in this community in PulseChain, we've had every single piece of bad news go our way. Everything. If you're holding ChainLink, you've had every single piece of good news go your way. Right? But the price action's dog shit because Ethereum's dog shit. Yeah, so if you want to know what would PulseChain be like if we had all the good news, would be exactly like ChainLink. Nowhere. Right? Still down on all the ratios. Crushed. Okay, now obviously I don't want anything bad to happen to Richard. I'm just telling you now. So maybe you can go back and play this my video. Okay, if Ethereum is up, friends, if Ethereum is up and something fancy happens to Richard here, everything's going to be all right. I know it sounds wild, but like we have to prepare because like every single bad, imaginary, horrible, flying skulls, you know, the pumpkin lanterns and everything coming out here, every single bad thing has happened. So at least we're now prepared for that. And I would have confidence that everything's going to be all right. Like, look what we survived through, man. Now, cracking on to the news. All right, as I mentioned here, racism continues as Ethereum makes everyone regret that they ever participated in cryptocurrencies for the past 4 years. And I don't say that lightly. It actually is true. My cousin literally called me up yesterday. I'm not joking, friends. I was at the fridge. He called me up. And by the way, he bought more ChainLink. That's what it was. It was a phone call. Was your DCA put in more money to buy ChainLink? But I'm not joking. I've never heard him talk like this. He said to me, Somi, I got to be eating ramen noodles with me and my family. He never jokes like that. He said that because he's not even watching crypto day to day. He's not. He's not at all. Okay, so he's just out there working his trading job. Okay, so that's, I just want you to think about that. He's literally not even in, and he's like, wow, it's over. And then I actually said to him, you know what, bro, thank God you've actually said this, because this has to be some sort of signal. You know what I mean? It was interesting, like a random part of our story just gets in. Remember, everyone understands it. By the way, this is something to think about. Like, I'll show you when he got in as well. Looking at ChainLink, friends, he was buying the bear market lows. He was DCA buying here, and then as it went up here, he felt happy. He wants to add more, comes back down, does nothing, and now he wanted to DCA buy here again. So he's literally buying here, buying here, buying here. So like, I'm like, you know what? At least it's not like $6 again. But yeah, so just giving you an idea of the vibe. This was before Bitcoin started moving up, when everything was like, we had reversed the whole move and everything was like, it's down to poopy town. Yes, we'll see if it turns out to be true or not. Now, Donald Pump, friends, more news. Donald Pump, he's asked Vladimir Putin, Pooty Poots from Russia, so he's going to bring his bald head. He's probably going to rub it for good luck, give him a kiss on top, like that. He's going to ask Pooty Poots to mediate nuclear weapon negotiations with Iran. So Iran and Donald Pump going to talk. Now, here's the thing, friends. Like, ultimately, luckily for you, you know exactly what it's all leading to, right? He's got to stabilize oil. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. He's got to stabilize oil, and I can show you the US oil price. You just type in US oil into Trading McView, which is right here. See, the US oil, friends, it's at 60. It's actually been coming down. It's like, you can see this, right? So we rallied into 2025, and now we're like, no, we're coming down. Because remember, like, there's Donald Trump, uncertainty, whatever it is, okay? See, it's been sliding. Oil's coming down. Now, because Trump knows, man, he's got to get this inflation down and everything weaker. If this thing can just start trading down lower, man, just go down lower, get off this pressure and pain. When Pump was last president, look what price of oil was around here, is around $50, you know? So he doesn't want it closer to 80. He wants it closer to this 50 line when it comes down here. And then that'll obviously be easing inflation, and actually the US Fed can cut. So that's pretty much how it's all working in a nutshell. Now, obviously, you have the woke left, all the hormone blocker weirdos. They're always saying none of these things are going to work, but like we all know from the charts, it's working, yeah? DXY's downtrending, oil's downtrending. You know, we're just waiting for those commodities to get in line, so as it happens, we can get friendship in our risk-on assets, like the racist Russell 2000 and then the soy-fueled Ethereum. Big news you've seen today, right? So Uniswap unbanned Hex from their front page. Now the community is awaiting Matcha. Okay, Matcha fans. Remember, Matcha didn't have to, but they for some reason, they joined Uniswap to ban us. And I cursed them. And what happened, I'm not joking, shortly after, you can still find my tweets, the FTCC went after Matcha for some weird stuff, like some breaching of commodities listing. Yeah. So, yeah, take that, karma. Now, Matcha have to unban. Maybe they've unbanned me now. I don't know. They just did it out of nowhere. And also the exchanges were calling for OKEX and MEXC to relist. That'd be good for everyone out here. Now, of course, friends, you're not meant to go use them, but when they're on there, they just have their natural traders who are on there, who are moving stuff around. That'll be the biggest advantage for us. They're just everywhere. You know, more roads is better. It's kind of like, friends, if you're a city and you've got an airport, you really like, you know, you don't really care if your airport has like a flight from Antarctica, you know, or from like, you know, just this random village in India. You don't really care. It's better than nothing. You know what I mean? It's like better than nothing. We'll take it. Like we want New York. We want a direct flight from New York. We want a direct flight from Shanghai. You know, not to be confused with Shanglo. So that would be, I guess, the equivalent of like of Coinbase, Crackhead, Binance. That's what we want out here. Also continuing, friends, Zelenskyy, he has capitulated into Trump. So he's come back and he said, you know what, I want to negotiate with the peace deal. It's kind of funny, man. Just people, I don't understand this. These people really, there's a lot of cucks out there. You know, when I watched that interview, friends, I had absolutely no disagreement with how Trump handled himself, how anyone handled themselves, by the way. I don't even blame Zelenskyy. I don't blame him because we know he's not going to win this. We know he's like this. I see him as he's a puppet. I saw him as a puppet who's been told, someone G'd him up to like show strength. Because I feel like a hormone blocker weirdo told him they're like, hey, Donald Trump's a strong man. You should act strong and he'll respect you just like he respects Putin. And it was totally the wrong move. Yeah, man, strong people aren't necessarily stupid too, you know what I mean? So like you have no cards here. You have no, and by the way, he's capitulated, bro, 48 hours later. So this is good as well, friends. So remember, if he's helped, because that's what he's got to do, right? So this is what Trump has to do, and this is what he's doing in real time. He's mediating between Ukraine and Russia. Peace still there. Yeah, he's not fully Zelenskyy. He's not sucking off his Ukraine or anything. So Russia's like, okay, cool. I guess Trump's neutral to me. So then he will participate with the Iran negotiations and their weapons deals and stuff out here. Because that's all it is, friends. All of these things, kind of funny. The media, man, friends, when I had no idea, but when I was like actually watching the media, I didn't know how corrupt it was. This is like pre-crypto, right? They were painting Trump. I had fear that the guy was literally just going to press the nuke button any day now. And then I watched Alex Jones talk about what Donald Trump's really like. And they're like, dude, he's a hotel dude. He's literally a hotel dude. He wants to build a hotel on a beach, come in, you come with your wife, bring your mistress to, go there with your kids, enjoy the sunset, go eat ice cream, go like ice skating, and just go chill out and just go live the rest of your life. He's that attitude, you know? And when I heard Alex Jones talk like that, I was like, you know what, man? I have not heard anybody else say that ever. And that makes so much sense to me. That literally makes so much sense to me. I've never heard anybody talk like that about him. And they're like, dude, the guy's been building hotels for 30 years. What do you think he's going to come and just start blowing stuff up? The guys want to blow stuff up, friends. They're actually in the army right now. If you notice that every single army guy, because they have the nostalgia, all of them have the nostalgia of their brothers, their brotherhood. They always want to go to war because that's when they had the best time. And they're like, yeah, let's go bring war. Let's go bomb everything up as well. But then also something interesting about the power dynamics, Trump hangs around those lunatics, okay? I don't call them lunatics. Like, you need them there. They're like your temple priests of, like, America. But they just want to bomb everything and blow everything. They're like, hey, these guys aren't paying their 3% tax. I know, let's just go invade them and bomb it up. So he keeps them there strategically. Did you know that? He actually keeps them there strategically. I learned this from Bill O'Reilly and stuff out here. And that's to make him look like the easy guy to negotiate with. He keeps the nut jobs around him. And they are nut jobs. He actually calls them nut jobs, just keeps them there. Isn't that fascinating about that? He's never going to listen to them. He goes, oh, yeah, this guy just wants to blow everything up, you know? So these people are always the extreme. So when Trump comes in, he doesn't look like the strong man. He looks like the peaceful one. Very interesting about this is power dynamics. Now, this is something that they subconsciously do that just to do things out here. And I guess, like, because we're in crypto, we're in a totally different league, totally different game out here. We don't really have to manage these, like, people dynamics, power dynamics out here when it comes to that. You know, we're doing stuff like, you know, hey, maybe diversify into different ecosystems or buying low and selling high and like holding through stuff, you know? So it's a different game. It's a game you can learn, but yeah, is it worth learning? Not really, because people who usually go there, you're already rich. You're just looking for power now. You know, you don't really care about that, do you? You know, maybe 1 in 1,000, 100,000 people are going to be like that. Everyone else is like, dude, I don't give a shit about power. The game's all rigged anyway. And look at Zelenskyy, brother. Anytime you go up, Massad's in your ear anyway. You know what I mean? You don't play ball. You're a dead man. You're just going to get replaced. Like, there's not even ultimate power. By the way, friends, like, everyone's probably thinking, right, before Donald Trump gets in, Trump's the most popular man in the world, the most powerful man in the world. Is he? Is he? He tucks the president of Israel, Bibi, he tucks Netanyahu into his chair. Come on, man. You know what I mean? So everyone's got buttons to be pressed. Now, continuing on, friends. Also on this Zelenskyy part. So Zelenskyy, obviously, in those 48 hours, he goes back to Europe. Kind of funny, this European Union did. I don't know how Europe's meant to progress at all, friends. I think Europe's just going to have to be a destination of just holidays for everyone out here to go party and stuff. Because What's been happening there is Ivan was right, man. It's grandma energy. But Ivan's very diplomatic when he says it. He says, it's all grandma energy. But like the way when I see it, I'm like, no, dude, that's grandma energy. The grandma's there for a reason. Okay, they put that mindset there for a reason. That means we're never ever going to progress. We're never ever going to move. But it is what it is, right? Still, all of these things are happening in real time. That's why, friends, I'll present to you for this perspective because charts aren't enough. So when you're trading, when you're investing and doing all this, you don't even need to know this, man. I just show you. Okay, bro, whatever he's doing is working. US dollar's going down. That's it. That's it. Okay, but I'm just showing you. Look, I can because I'm here 18 hours a day. I can match the US dollar with the stories out here. The media saying buffoon, Uncle Bob Lucas, and everyone else out here saying disgraceful. He shouldn't be arguing in the White House. Blah. And I'm saying, no, actually, he's winning, and here's why. And guess what? It's not even me who identified he's winning. The market has identified he's winning. Okay, you get this? Literally, the market is actually saying, guess what? We actually like what you're doing. Keep doing it. So there you go. In other news, friends, it's sad. It breaks my heart, but it is what it is, okay? I told you, look, friends, in this game, it's a pendulum, okay? We feel like, as people, we're winning. It doesn't last forever. Now, I hope this lasts for a very long time. It's just, we're not going to win forever, okay? The power shift's eventually going to slow down. Government's going to start doing some weird human right infringing stuff. They're going to do a few deals. There's going to be a few bribes. There's going to be some gray areas, and you're going to realize, crap, I trusted a politician again. My parents warned me about this. Now, El Salvador, friends, have officially declared they are agreeing to the IMF fiat loan. The IMF, friends, told them, you need this loan, you're not allowed to buy Bitcoin. Now, El Salvador, they've continued to buy their 1 Bitcoin per day, but I think it's going to stop maybe by the end of this year. So when an IMF loan kicks in, you're not allowed to buy Bitcoin with it. I want you to think about this. The IMF have infinite money printer. The International Monetary Fund. They are, friends, they're on par with the evil nature of NASA. Okay, IMF is literally top of the tentacle octopus. Yeah. It's basically, this US Fed is like, we're just printing money for America. Yeah, all the evil people basically meet, suck each other off, and they're printing money for the world. That's like how deep state that is. It's like deep globe when you think about that, all right? So they're pretty much the bug eater, World Economic Forum, Great Reset cartel as well. It does give you insight into the future action of the US government, friends, because Bitcoin maxis like Michael Chad Saylor, friends, Michael Chad Saylor, he always says, let's actually enjoy a bit of friendship with Michael Chad Saylor. Let's just enjoy it.
What do you do with the Bitcoin besides it just gather value?
Real estate developers in New York City, they're not buying the real estate because they want to live in it.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
So remember in the lyrics to this song, Michael Saylor's like, hey, when you buy real estate in New York, you don't want to live in it. You don't even care. You buy it because it's valuable, right? So he equates Bitcoin to like real estate, which is a nice play on words. I don't think the US government with trillions of dollars will take so kindly in the future if the US bonds, the bid for them starts getting affected one day. That's why I have a prophecy in the future, friends, that one day Bitcoin will cause a move in the US bonds. One day. I don't know how, I don't know what it's going to be, but you mark my words, one day it'll happen. And the US government, they're going to go meet behind closed doors and they're going to be like, oh, that's a Trojan horse. They're actually competing with us. Bitcoin's actually competing with our US dollar. We got to do something about that. That's what and then they'll realize, we'll just do what we did with gold. We'll cut its legs. Okay, so that's what they're doing, friends. Roca Negra, so how do they cut its legs? They did it with gold, right? So all the benefits you enjoy with gold, you can only get on paper gold, the paper gold ETF. All the gold's in a storage. There's only enough gold for like, I think 5% of withdrawals. That's it. And 90, it's leveraged. The whole thing's running. It's literally a Ponzi. Yeah, with the gold, you can only 5%. And by the way, the minimum withdrawals are $8 million, I think. So you can't even get your gold. It's paper. And it's the warehouses is run by HSBC, and the government basically pretty much runs it. This is interesting. It's just a proxy on the gold thing, right? And they give you credits, they give you loans, they give you tax accounting, reporting advantages. And because people don't understand it, they're like, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm not moving out of this country anyway. They just get the paper gold because it's so much easier just to switch in your margin account, just to own gold through your paper gold account. The alternative is you go get a safe, you get security, you keep gold in your home, you report, you got to do some reporting standards, you got to get accountants, got to be weighed, you got to do all this annoying shit just to get over a certain amount of gold out here. Obviously, a couple $1,000 no one cares about, but the bigger ones, yes, so that they can make it very annoying. They will make that very annoying, and they give you advantages. They're like, if you hold in paper gold, you get a lower interest rate on your loan. Think about that, friends. How principled are you going to be there? So imagine you got a home loan, you're paying $5,000 a month rent in like 5 or 10 years, whatever, $5,000 a month rent, but you've got gold there or Bitcoin. If you put it into their paper one, your interest rate is not $5,000 a month anymore. It's like $4,500. You're like, man, I get to save $500 a month. I get to own the gold anyway, and to do that, you know. So that's how they get the population. That's what they event. That's how they did this with gold. Were able to do this with gold, and that's how they basically keep a lid on it over time. That's obviously been the biggest fear of Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoiners always talk about no, we're not competing with the US dollar. Wink, wink, Trojan horse. We're competing with real estate. Yeah. Even though you are competing with real estate, but the thing is, this is interchangeable so fast. Yeah, real estate is like solid, can't be moved, physical, right? What happens when you're dealing with digital real estate? They can just be swapped around in 2 seconds. Okay, so that's the ultimate difference when it comes to it. The US government, right, friends, will most likely adopt a pro-Ethereum and pro-centralized blockchain vibe later on, so they can get control. These are my words. It's very obvious. Ethereum, just alone, friends, Ethereum has 55% of all the stable coins in crypto. It's on Ethereum. It's always been that. And by the way, that's with all the disgusting price action we've already seen right now. Now, one of my favorite segments, of course, where to from here? Well, if we look at the 4-year Bitcoin growth rates, okay, we just assume, okay, we're not going anywhere. We're not going down to Poopy Town. Here's the thing, friends. By 2028, if we grow at 40% per year, by 2028, halvening, the number is 268K. Okay. So it is possible we run up under 268, above 268, on 268. It's even possible, hey, it's all over now. They are possible. Of course, they're all possible. We don't know what it's going to occur. I'm just telling you, by that Feb or March 2028, the 200 and let's just say 250K mark will be hit. It's just in every cycle, we front run that future, we get too excited, and we come back down. Okay, that's what actually happens. So you can actually measure halvening to halvening. Obviously, look at this. After the halvenings, you've noticed, right, there is this explosion, and then you come back to the halvening. Okay, look at this. Explosion, come back to the halvening, right? Explosion, this was a scam. Look what ends up happening. Come back to the halvening. This is why 2021 was a true scam. In my eyes, 2021, we were actually meant to, right? See, China banned us here. Matt banned us here. We were not meant to do that. In another universe, Bitcoin went to like 170K. Something like that. We went to 170K. We came back down, and then we came here. Like, we went back to the halvening. It's just this one is such a freak accident. But, you know, like, honestly, it wasn't just China. We had 0% rates. And now you've learned, right? The interest rates are a reflection of the health of the economy. Yes, that's what they are. So low rates doesn't mean things are great. Low rates means things are so freaking weak. There's not enough demand anywhere that they need to be low rates. It's oxygen. The oxygen mask in the emergency section of the hospital. Right now, we've got the highest interest rates ever. Yeah, we do. We have literally the highest interest rates of any cycle. That's why I think we're gonna see the highest alt season mania stuff. I know it sounds crazy, but like, you look at it like that, man. The economy, things are so hot, they have to put the rates up high. Like, people are just ready to throw money into anything. And by the way, they kind of have. Look what happened in 2024. You have all the meme coin, the JPEG mania on Solana, pump fund trash. People are ready. They're just waiting for, you know, the next step. Now, looking at others BTC, we're still sitting in this grindy dead zone. I have the very faint fractals from the past. This circle would be number one. I know it's gone wild, man, but look, when these things move, friends, they move fast, and it's all going to beat Ethereum as well. Okay. So this is the crappy part. If we go back to March 2017, because this is honestly this what it's like. It's the end of the road now. Okay, it's literally the end of the road. This is it. Okay, we've got 25 days now. 25 days. Look what happened in this March. Yeah, March crack. Like this was Ethereum and XRP just shooting up through the moon. And yeah, this was it. You know, this is the actual March. Just started rallying up. But actually, friends, if you remove these giant spikes, and we just go to April, so you remove these spikes up because that's Ethereum and XRP going up. Just go from here's March, so we're like on the floor now. It's from here. Here's where April is. Okay, so maybe in our one we're not going to have this enormous spike and come back down. Maybe we just like walk up. So yeah, it's obviously like, you know, once again outside of our control. I still obviously believe the bull market's on. A lot of people starting to call recessions and all these other things out here. I don't know, man. Trump's got too many things on lockdown. He's negotiating with Iran. Zelenskyy, everyone's bowing down. So, but by the way, obviously these shocks come out of nowhere, so you never really know. But what is he gonna do? Like even if anything bad happens, friends. Like remember you have Copen and a lot of other KOLs. They're calling for altcoins to like crash even harder. But I don't know, man. Like Michael Chad Saylor just bought $16 billion of Bitcoin, and 1.4 billion of Ethereum just got hacked and dumped to the lows. So I feel like everybody who's gonna sell altcoins is done now. So now hopefully it's time for up. Like, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.